We should cross games and have our people meet the centipede with a human face.
I'm listening.
Oh yeah,
Dungeon crawl in Good Society.
amazing. Yeah, yesterday in Ultraviolet Grasslands, we wrapped up by basically meeting the face stealer from Avatar.
By the way, Nick, you're muted. I see your lips moving, but don't hear anything you're saying.
Oh, I'm just mumbling to myself.
I was like, looks like she's saying something. Don't know what it is.
Alrighty. Where did we leave off last time?
It's a good question.
Our letter writing stuff. This is our final episode of Good Society.
And after that, society goes bad.
Bad Society next.
It's like milk. That's an expiration date.
That's today. I have notes up to session 3. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, Marcy's crazy uncle. Viscount,
Viscount. Yeah.
Kier and Clement duel? Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. We did the colonel's funeral. That's right. We had Grant Clement do a little scene, Anastasia and Kier, I guess.
Brave Kier.
Yes, and that's right. Clement has great disdain for Kier, and Kier doesn't even really remember why.
Yeah. Even though he keeps telling him why.
They're kind of the same person.
Like, who are you again?
I want to say
Clarence?
Mason.
We've got about a dozen resolve tokens between us, so smoke him if you got him.
How many have I got at this point?
I've only got 2, so I'm doing all right.
Well, I got 3 on my main character.
Nick has all the resolve tokens.
I know.
James Warrington has 2 resolve
I keep
tokens.
forgetting I have them.
You
Daniel
can change the
Warrington.
fabric of reality.
All right. My resolve token is for Mark to let us go to space.
Space Society.
You should
Space
be able to
Society.
just like if you blow 5 resolve tokens, like
Break.
that's half
Can
of
I
a
be
limit
a-
break.
Can I have a pony now?
And you can absolutely have a pony now. Just spend a token.
Okay.
There are also
I have
5
a pony now.
rumors that you can use.
Oh, never mind. Save them for the rumors. Pony and rumors.
We got a dozen on our characters, 5 in the rumors, so many in the tags.
Oh my god, yeah. Whew.
Yeah. Great. So we're in the final novel phase.
How novel.
Yay.
What letters came up? Let's look at our rumors first. Rumors, Dinah is soon bound for a long voyage. Mars is leaving with it. Kier is an atheist.
Again.
The colonel did not die of natural causes. Clement committed murder. The Viscount has a secret liquor cabinet, and Marcy has been placed on inactive duty.
Oh yeah, the Viscount is
Mhm.
non-drinking, non-funning sort.
I don't remember what any of our letters were.
I know that I wrote one to my uncle the Viscount on behalf of Clement to get him to
Get the invitation, right?
Oh wait. I'm trying to remember if I mix it. Who was I? Wasn't I trying to get someone a job at a college? Was that Clement or was that somebody else?
Daniel, right?
Daniel?
Because I remember I
To knock Marcy or no, to knock someone else.
we were gonna have
reaction thing going on somewhere.
Now I'm trying to remember if there's this character, if this was when the Colonel was still alive. Which one? At some point, I did a thing where I said, "Hey, you need mental health on board the ship. You should hire the philosophy professor from this college to be your counselor on the ship."
Daniel,
so then
right?
Daniel can be the new philosophy professor.
Yeah, I think that was the Colonel, right?
I don't remember.
It sounds like a Colonel scheme. It's very
Sounds
complicated.
like a scheme the Colonel would do.
That the Colonel who was trying to okay.
Great. What kind of scenes do we want to see this time? I mean, I'm down for dueling here, but I think it sounds like we kind of made up a little bit. Or you tried to
I definitely was trying to avoid the duel. Oh, and that's right. Remember
Oh, and
somebody?
then I was warned not to duel.
Yeah,
you.
and then somebody's like, "Oh, you don't want to duel Kier. He's a
Yeah.
badass."
Yeah.
I said, well,
Um,
how
was,
about that?
was there somebody talk like? I think I had Marzi tell someone to always stand up to the Viscount
Mm,
when you visit him. I
mm,
don't know if we saw that visit play out.
I don't think so, but I do remember Marzi telling
yeah.
Clement
Was
that
it me? Yeah.
because I think wasn't I was trying to get you in with the Viscount for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, because I was trying to get him to sponsor your orphanages.
Right. Right. Business.
And
business.
I suggested you rename the orphanages in name of the colonel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I remember correctly, I used a resolve token. I convinced you that was a really good idea
Correct. I think that is a good idea.
because it would be good for because it would also be like you're such a big man after supposedly having this rival, and obviously you're naming an orphanage after him means you have no bad
Yeah.
feelings towards
Oh
the
no, it was
colonel.
great. The colonel's a wonder. I think I got mad at someone for like talking shit about the colonel at the funeral. Oh, it was Kira. That's right. It was. Yeah. Oh, possibilities for event chapters. That's right. If we're doing an event chapter, birthday, funeral, picnic, ball, basketball, engagement party, county fair, dinner party, long nature walks, theater, amateur dramatics, church wedding, hunting, army regiment parade, sale of the family manor, birth, Christmas, ghost watching, court, deathbed of a connection, garden party, fit hedge maze of love.
But wait, isn't there also is event only one kind of novel
And there's
chapter?
the split chapter, which is for our purposes.
Oh, is there just two? I can remember.
Yeah.
That's
Event
fine.
chapter or visitation chapters. That's what it is in split chapters. Visitation chapters and split chapters sound very similar.
Yeah.
But basically, they're moving from event to event. But we need to start somewhere.
This game's so confusing.
Any strong feelings for our final event to start off with?
Well, if there, what if the Viscount is hosting something?
Oh yeah.
Everyone secretly has a flask.
And did we officially switch it to farce? I forget.
Yeah,
We
or
did.
we did last time. We can
Yeah.
check back in, but
I mean, we can make it a formal dinner at the Viscounts if we want to, and just invite everyone and have it be a clusterfuck.
Yes.
Fantastic. Let's do that then.
Cluster dinner.
Cluster dinner. What kind of scenes do we want to see at the cluster dinner? I would like Clement and Grant having a loaded conversation across the dinner table.
so Kier is supposed to be an atheist.
That's the rumor.
Wait a minute.
Maybe someone could ask Kier to lead Sunday school or something.
Lead the-
Having Kier lead the prayer before dinner.
yeah.
Oh, there we are. There it is.
Yeah.
What's Miss Marzi doing there?
That's a good question. I mean, she might be going off to war again, is the rumor.
Hmm. Although the other rumor was that she was placed on inactive duty.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and there's the
Oh, but
secret
yeah.
engagement to Kier.
Yes.
Mhm. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Who I think Kier still, if I remember correctly, Kier still kind of wants to go ahead with it.
Yeah.
Marzi is now trying to set up two people with each other. So
Great. Let's start off with Kier saying grace at dinner.
and there's this like assortment of
Yeah.
boiled and beige food that
Yep.
that the Viscount has set out.
Says, yo, yes. I forget, is the Viscount my uncle? Was I forget?
Believe so.
Kier's uncle, yes, the Viscount. Yeah. And that's a Peter uncle. Oh, certainly, uncle. Sorry, I'm getting my brain in order here. I'm trying to remember. I kind of want to use my obsequious tag, but I'm trying to figure out for what.
For a resolve token, but resolve token for what?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we are. Raise your glasses. We do that for prayers, right?
Yeah, of course.
Glasses of the finest juice and waters that money can buy. We are gathered here today to enjoy fellowship and company thanks to the most generous, wonderful man known as Viscount James Warrington, who offers up one of the most gorgeous homes in the countryside for us all to take shelter and feast within. Most would never know the inside of these hallowed walls, and yet here we are, the lucky ones.
The
Oh.
Viscount is clearly flattered.
All
I would like to start off and just spend 2 resolve tokens.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
no.
One of mine and one of the Rumor and Scandal. The one for Kier being an atheist, so the first one of mine to compel the Viscount to insist on religious content being first and foremost in this blessing over dinner, and the one from Rumor and Scandal that Kier is an atheist, for Kier to absolutely refuse to do so, either verbally or non-verbally.
Yeah, so as soon as there's a pause, the Viscount taps the glass and says, this is all well and good, but before we get lost in this grippery, I insist that our speaker first give proper honor to the Lord, as is proper for before meal prayer. And then he just brings his hands together and his head down and waits.
As does Clement.
And okay, here we go. This is good, because now I will use my obsequious tag to both please myself by sidestepping talking about God while still pleasing the Viscount by being obsequious. And you shall see how. Of course. You see, many would say that we are gathered here by the grace of their religious figure of choice. However,
muttering.
However, in this specific instance, it is really more as if Viscount James Warrington is the one to be looked up to, the one serving the same purpose as religion in many people's lives, in inspiring, in being an example of the type of person we should aspire to be. For many, religion is that beacon, the beacon that keeps them on their journeys, that keeps their ships righted in the right direction. But when you are lucky enough to know someone such as Viscount James Warrington, then that light is brighter than all else. And I'm sure that he, being the humble, modest servant that he is, would probably attribute that to his own God. But I, at least for tonight at this dinner, can not see past the bright beacon that is Viscount James Warrington. Everyone, clink, clink, clink. Drink to James Warrington. Drink to James. Drink to
May
Viscount.
I offer to lean on the uncouth tag that Kier has?
Sure.
And if you like, use that to have Kier overstep what he has just nicely set up and more explicitly say there something too close to there is no God, there is only
Yeah.
Kier.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Feel free to push back.
For and while I'm sure the Viscount, being a religious man, would say you should never put oneself above God. Well, that is why he would never do that himself. Now I leave it to myself this is why I put it to myself to raise the Viscount above any god or religious figure, if they ever existed at all.
I think
Oh.
Grant mutters to Clement, like, that's the first and second commandment he's done. Let's 50 quid on him breaking at least 2 more by the end of the prayer.
Is that
For-
heresy or apostasy? I can never get them straight.
I don't know. Are you in? Are you out?
All I know is that I have 2 eyes, and these eyes in my entire life, they've never seen any god, but they have seen the generosity of Viscount James.
Well, there's
Warrington.
lying, so that's a third.
Yep. Has he killed anyone lately?
Okay,
about to
raise
kill
a
me of
toast to the
boredom.
Viscount. Raise a toast to the
You know,
Viscount.
everything covered, but
The Viscount firmly now puts his glass back down on the table. So
If there
firmly that
is
it
a-
breaks.
Let me tell you this. If there is any form of God anywhere in any form of heaven, he's raising a glass to James
Thirdly,
Warrington.
I'm going to
Dishonoring
spend
his
a resolve
parents.
I'm going to spend one of my own resolve tokens to what is it? Create, contribute to, or change narrative events or details or significant story, but are beyond the actions of my major character or connection I control. I'm gonna make one of the windows, like the glass panes, fall out in the room, smash on the floor as soon as you say that.
Well, there you go, right there. If that's not a godly toast to the Viscount, I don't know what is.
And I think the Viscount says between clenched teeth, Mr. Rothwell, perhaps you would be more comfortable in the antechamber. Kind of motioning the servants over to carry you away. Clement, could you continue the toast, please?
Of course.
Take my plate with me.
Sorry.
They're like the most like bland milk toast. Like, I thank Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, for this meal we're about to serve and all our lives and everything. Amen. Boom.
Think of the orphans.
That's how you do it.
As I'm being ushered out the door, I'm like, "Yeah, this is why you should support his orphanages, Uncle. He's a good man."
Thanks. The food was about to get cold.
Kira is right about that, at least. I'm a very Speaking of good man, Grant, it's wonderful to have you here as well. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Is this who's talking to me?
I am Clement.
Clement. Yes.
I imagine you were my
Yeah, yeah, an honor really to be associated with such a successful businessman.
Oh, the honor is all mine. You have many admirable qualities. And I think as I'm saying that, I'm playing footsie with you under the table. Many admirable qualities that are well known to some of us.
I think like takes a big gulp of the juice and then like makes a face because the juice is not very good. Yes, thank you. It's nice to be yeah, thank you for inviting me. Well, I hear that you have an. I hear that it's a very good investment to. I was thinking of investing in these orphanages, unless. I mean, it sounds like the Viscount might beat me to it.
Well,
But it is such a good
there's room for
deal.
everybody. There's room for everybody, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I would like to lean on your pugnacious tag to if I'm understanding that word correctly after I just Googled it.
Oh, that's me. Am I pugnacious?
No, Clement is pugnacious.
Clementis.
And so I would like to that too, so that you find this off. You're not trying to be rude, but you kind of rebuff it like, sure, yeah, like as if you was, yeah, because you're you're all about business, the Viscount, that's important to get him on, but like Grant, you're all about the romance, but Grant,
I don't have any money.
Grant doesn't have any business in your business.
True.
So, I mean, Grant's cool and all, but no business getting up in your business.
I don't know that I'm gonna accept that one.
I guess I was trying to bait the Viscount too.
Yeah. Yeah, I refuse your compel. Keep
First
your-
refusal.
I think Clement is composed enough to know not to blow his flirting with fisticuffs.
And Mark, out of character, can you remind me what you wanted our scene to be?
Oh, just like kind of like subtext flirting while we're at the
Yeah. I think that
very
Grant's
proper
very
uncle.
uncomfortable with it at first.
As long as the uncle doesn't catch on, Clement's great.
Yeah, I mean, if I could get my interest inserted into one of those ventures, I would count myself a lucky man. I know that deals like that to invest are rare.
It's true. Not as some people think they're not as rare as you would imagine, though. However, but that's just idle talk. But I know that your financial situation is not what it could be due to your unfortunate family circumstances. But I'm sure I could find some venture for you to insert yourself into later on.
I find that everyone is very concerned with one dimension of financial aspects, and that is present state. And I would say that I do have a lot of potential. I may not show it right now, but I have a lot of potential to grow.
Oh, I'm well familiar with your potential to grow, I assure you.
Yes.
Could I spend a rumor here? The colonel did not die of natural causes. Clement committed murder. I was hoping to spend it on like Sir Grant is aware of this rumor and wants to discreetly feel out some information to see if it's or not. I guess that's on Nick. Feel free to refuse this. And we can
I think that okay. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. But
one more thing.
It's good to have, boundaries and words to keep you. I feel the rumor has it that you are a man who takes great risks to protect your investments. Is there what? And I mean, some would say that you've gone to great lengths to protect those. But I guess what I'm trying to say is our friend Kier, how many commandments did he break?
At least
Maybe
4.
2, 3, 4. What would you? I would say my number is maybe You, mother, yeah, 3. Definitely at least 3. What'd you say your number is of commandments you've broken, including some of the ones that are more unsavory? Should
Well,
I tell you which ones they are? I don't know the
I
last time
can't
you've been in
recall
a
ever taking the
chapel.
Lord's name in vain. And I certainly don't have another God before myself. I'm afraid that being a diligent businessman, I have been guilty of working on the Sabbath. That is true.
Okay, there's one.
And I mean, without my family's fortune, I would not be able to be the businessman I am today. So I certainly honor them. As far as bearing, well, the others are all suggestions, basically. I believe.
All of them?
Well, most of them. They're.
I mean,
think
I know I've been one to covet another man's.
exactly who has not coveted another man's house, farm, cattle, or anything that is his.
Yes, but I wouldn't go so far as to
Steal?
I mean, I've done stealing of hearts.
Oh, you absolutely have. That is true.
But I wouldn't kill.
Oh, I hope not. No.
Yeah, you either.
No, why? No, I'm. Why? Why? Who is? Did Kier say so? I mean, outside the context of a duel, of course. If Kier, that's what Kier is.
Oh, I thought we were doing to first blood these days, but okay.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, that's good to know.
that.
Good to know.
Yes.
You would not kill anyone.
No, why? What reason would I have to kill someone?
I mean, extreme circumstances, self-defense, maybe I can understand.
Self-defense.
Well, that is still quite a wide range of opportunities.
I mean, there's been so much death here recently. I can't imagine adding to it.
Well, good. That's good to know. Good to know.
What was the precise nature of the rumor that you heard?
I heard
From Kier?
that, well, Kier, you know how he gets to talking.
I do.
He was insinuating that he couldn't find the death certificate for the colonel.
Well,
And I had some wild ideas about how that had actually occurred.
you're not implying that Miss Marzi had anything overtly to do with this, apart from.
I mean, I did assume it was a broken heart, but
That's all everyone assumed, I assume.
but if they didn't have a death certificate, then it could have been something more sinister.
Are you afraid that someone did the colonel intentional harm?
I mean, you said it. Yeah, I am afraid of that.
It's not Miss Marzi, is it?
I mean, I wouldn't be alone in a room with her. I guess.
No.
What I would say.
No. I would trust you in a room with her. No problem.
Well, I have no interest. Kind of a big brother, big sister situation. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm to not murdering.
To
And
not
then does a toast.
Speaking of Miss Marzi, broken any hearts lately?
Yeah, what is she doing here? I feel like Marzi, with what's on the table right now, is going to be trying to set Kier up with someone. Not sure who it should be, though.
But Kier's in the antechamber now, right?
Correct.
I mean, everyone is technically available.
What's your desire?
I
repay your debts. Kier, sorry.
Oh yeah.
I want to come into substantial wealth while ensuring my reputation stays absolutely impeccable.
Good
Doing a
luck.
great job so far.
On track for success. Does Kier know Clement?
Whether he remembers or not.
Clement and get clear that's
Of the rivals.
yeah, that's the that was the source of the rivalry was Clement was like, I've met you so many times and you never remember
Oh,
me.
right, yeah.
And I'm like, who are you again? Where did we meet? What? Oh yeah, apparently I always think he's one of the servants usually.
Oh, no.
I'm like, could you give me a drink, sir? And he's like, excuse me.
Yeah.
I was briefly engaged. Remember, I think I just had a quickie rendezvous with Anastasia, who I was briefly engaged
Oh, that's
to.
right. You did.
Yeah.
She sent me a booty call,
Oh, yeah,
a
she
Victorian
sent you
booty
a
call.
booty letter.
And
Booty
I do
letter.
notice in her description that her cat of a husband died in a horse racing accident, leaving her the estate.
That's right. She is quite rich. Did you bring her with you to the dinner?
I don't think I brought her because like we're not together.
Mm.
But
Probably poking around though.
And Anastasia's a they them, right?
oh, good point.
Oh,
Would they be there for some? I mean, of course they could be there for any number of reasons we want.
Yeah, I wonder if Marzi is just chatting with Anastasia at some point.
Mhm.
I also love the idea that Anastasia and the Viscount are just like actually good friends, like really weird, like a weirdly close friendship,
Mhm.
even though they're very
They're
different.
completely opposite. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the annoying
guess
habits of
it's
each
like-
just roll off the other.
Like Anastasia
Yeah.
and Marzi are like at the end of the table, kind of. Anastasia's like giving Marzi the details about what happened with Kier last night.
Oh, what did happen with here last? Oh, so the booty call was last night.
Yeah, we'll say it was, or recently.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know a letter could be delivered that quickly because I feel as soon as I dropped it, he was at my door.
Oh,
If you
yeah, and I think Marzi is like, oh, someone is asking about postal services in Pemberley. Like, they are always there. There's an entire system. It might have actually been flown through the air on a pigeon to make it with.
it feels as if I dropped it in whatever. Do we have mailboxes? I don't know. Straight into his hands.
Pigeons.
Although I do find this also amusing that we just had the whole exchange and oh, never mind. I think they think Grant is a little bit of a prudent good loosen up. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking that was them, and I was like, no, it's not them. That's what they think of Grant. Got it.
No, he seemed awfully oddly respectful and disrespectful at the same time at the dinner.
Oh, that's Kier, all right. Oddly respectful and disrespectful at the same time.
Yeah, what and then but she doesn't, I don't know, she doesn't want to mention the secret engagement, but she probably does want to trust in someone about it. So I think she does like lean towards Anastasia and ask if she Marzi can trust them with the secret.
Of course.
This was let me preface this by saying I mean no ill will to you by it. No, there should be no tension between us, for it is truly a trifle.
Oh, why ever would there be?
Some years ago, and this is ridiculous, but technically some years ago, Mr.
Rothwell.
Rothwell. Mr. Rothwell and I, due to some untoward promises, found ourselves secretly engaged
Oh, well,
for
that's
marriage.
surprising. How did it end?
And I think you just see her struggling to find a way to answer the question and just making lots of hesitation noises until it's clear what the answer is.
Hey, you are. Oh my! I hope I didn't. He didn't say anything about it.
And the further business of it is to break the engagement, as I should desire to do. To reject it would be almost certainly becomes a public slight upon upon Kier and the Rothwells, and I do not want to marry him. And I do not want to cause a tempest in Pemberley society.
I don't believe there's anything that could be a slight against Kier. Bad reputation seems to roll off of him like water off a duck.
So I could break with him and trust his confidence.
Of course. I don't imagine that he'd remember it after you did, but
Oh, with matters of the engagement that are concerned, he seems a devoted schoolboy more than the Kier we know and love.
oh yes, he did do a little bit of that last night.
And I think it's just like blink, blink does not compute. Oh yeah, I trust he was very devoted to you in your time together.
Indeed. Would not leave in the morning.
If this does not cross or approach anything too terrible, is it true, Anastasia, that you and he were briefly married?
Me and
Engaged, or
Kier? Is that true?
Yes.
Yes,
Anastasia was briefly engaged.
that's right. Anastasia was briefly engaged.
That's why she sent me the booty. They sent me
That's
the booty
right.
call.
Yeah, briefly engaged to Kier. Yes. That is true.
We had this discussion about how, like, I know we're not really compatible, but no reason not to have some fun.
yeah.
Whether it was before or after, I don't know, but
Yeah. Well, my main curiosity is, how did he respond when you broke off the engagement?
Interesting. How did he respond? I think by his face he was heartbroken and completely crestfallen. But by his actions he merely threw himself into another round of debauchery to assuage his feelings. I imagine he was quite overcome, however, and continues to be, I suppose, to this day. Have that effect on some men.
Well, I suppose can't more deposits here in Pemberley. This is Marzi saying this and probably not being aware that the road can go a long way.
You wish, I would be happy to deliver the news for you.
Would that? I am having the character push back a little bit. I think that's a great idea. But would that be right to do?
Oh, right or not, whatever is easier for you to hear.
But surely life is not about finding and choosing whatever is easiest when one is faced between that and what is right.
Oh, that's never been my philosophy.
But I can trust you to convey with decent equanimity that this is not. You wouldn't be cruel to him.
Oh, well, not in this way, no.
Not in this context. Excellent. I shall, and she's kind of nodding to herself, I shall do this then. And she somehow produces writing materials and is making a little bulleted list.
Nice.
These are some important points to include.
Of course. I'll take that, and if you don't mind, I need to go powder my nose right now. Bye.
Okay, I have something I'd like to do.
Go for it.
I was looking at me, and hedonist. Part of being a hedonist is extremely popular also. I think so. I would like to first off spend the rumor token about the Viscount as a secret liquor cabinet because I just found it in the antechamber.
I accept this if I am.
I think that's just establishing.
Yeah, it's a rumor token.
Cool.
And so then I think in order to like both be charming, this is going to come to hopefully repair my reputation, be charming, subservient, also atone for whatever offense I have found a servant's jacket, and I have a pitcher of juice that is heavily spiked with hard liquor. And I come back into the dining room like, Uncle, if I may, in light of the previous offense I may have given unintentionally, I've taken it upon myself to come and serve more juice to the guests.
And
If I may, sir, please.
And for comic purposes, his sense of taste is so deadened by both age and lack of having anything decent to eat that he just kind of makes grumbling noises, accepts the drink, drinks it down, and asks.
Well, I was going to serve everybody.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, okay.
if others, I figure if others notice, I don't care if they notice. I figure most people will probably be happy to have some alcohol in their glass.
Oh, okay. Now it's a party.
I would like to establish a detail, but with my last resolve token. Hey, I got shortly
You win.
after that, the Viscount his skin begins to flush bright red because he actually has a terrible allergy to alcohol. And he starts wheezing and
Please, no one do a tracheotomy on him.
He's in quite a lot of distress. Farce.
Oh my.
Oh my!
Oh my.
No one served shellfish, did they?
I think he like raises a shaky finger and says murder towards here before collapsing. Perhaps fatally.
Nope.
Perhaps not.
Oh no, not me. Good. Yes.
Well, clearly not everyone has had the juice.
And I think you see, Grant does like a 5, 6.
No, look, if that's come on, look, I drink some juice. It's fine, tasty, in fact.
I think everyone else like pours out their drink. I suppose we should call the doctor.
Also, or a priest, depending on how bad the poison is.
Poison was. Oh no.
Here, I don't believe you would do this. Poison your own uncle.
There is no poison. We've all drank from the same pitcher.
Well, there's certainly alcohol in here. Maybe to mask the taste of the poison.
I just had a glass.
I don't taste it. Not very good alcohol. It's like a grain.
There was no malintent. There was only the intent to liven things up with a little alcohol.
Well, you certainly have done that. Look at the poor man.
I think in the background, Marzi has entered and is trying to do basic like word first aid.
Marzi's actually helping him. We're just making Kier feel bad.
Oh no.
It's okay. It can happen to the best of us to accidentally harm someone we didn't mean to, and it looked like a murder, right, Clement?
Yeah. Yes. Are you talking about Marzi again?
Yes.
Are you saying that Clarence murdered someone?
No,
I don't taste any poison.
There's no poison.
Murdered someone here, apparently.
You saying Clement put poison in the Viscount's drink?
Wait.
Right here
Clement.
the whole time.
How would he have even done that? I was here the whole time.
Grant can vouch that you were occupied the entire time.
Extremely occupied.
I don't know any Clement.
That's the last straw. Slam down my silverware.
You, sir, will stop insulting this good man. I think Grant stands up and is like a little tottery. It's like, whoa. You, sir, have a large mouth on you.
So Anastasia will tell you.
It's like bracing on the table.
I do imagine Anastasia just kind of nodding at that. And then...
Sir
I
Grant,
demand you take that back.
Are you flirting with me, Sir Grant?
Absolutely not. You're
What am I
penniless.
taking back? First, I'm accused of poison, even though I absolutely did not. Now you're. What offense have I caused now?
You don't remember me.
How is that offensive?
I'm rich. What's
Oh,
the point of being rich if people don't remember you?
Well, I got you this dinner with the Viscount now, didn't I, Charles?
Yes, you did. No, and Mom Clement.
Is not this opportunity for your orphanages worth many past offenses and possibly some present and future ones as well?
Not if he
Going
dies
very
because of
poorly.
you.
Well, that's fair. So we should all be working together to get medical attention.
Aubrey and Marzi are
Mars has got it.
carrying the Viscount out of the room.
Looks like they've got it.
Dog barking over here.
I guess that a child or a dog. Grant, are you just gonna stand there and let him talk about me like that?
No, I won't.
I have not talked
And
about
then
you
like
like anything.
takes a step towards Kier. You, sir, take it back.
What am I taking back exactly? That I've forgotten who he is several times?
Yes, that.
All right, fine. I take it back. I haven't forgotten him.
Good. I am satisfied. Are you? It looks back at Clement. Are you satisfied, my dear?
I suppose.
Do you want me to fight him?
I mean,
I will.
yeah, well,
Well, that's not a good
I
idea.
challenge you on my man's honor. I must. Yes.
The
to
Viscount
duel.
lays there dying, and you want to duel me.
Yeah. I do? Yes. Like looks back at Clement. I do, right?
no.
Yes. For love and honor.
Very well. Choose your weapon.
Dear, what should I choose?
Pistols, epées,
I
blow darts. I did a blow dart duel once in the wilds far away. That was interesting.
well,
It doesn't seem like
have-
blow darts would hurt very much.
Oh, when they're tipped
Oh,
with
no.
poison from a
Oh,
frog.
poison!
well, why don't we? What are the sword ones? What's this? The sword, epee. Yes, I used one of those ones.
We could
I could
use
do
an-
that.
Epee or a saber.
Yes, a
Broadswords.
saber, something very romantic for my love.
I'm
I will
sure-
not have Clement's reputation tarnish at all.
I'm sure the Viscount must have some sabers around here somewhere.
Someone there is muttering, I hope that sword doesn't have poison on it.
I will meet you outside.
In the garden.
In the garden.
In the garden.
Cut to the garden.
Smash cut garden. Interior. No, wait, exterior.
I wonder if we cut to like Grant on the ground with a sword pointed at his face.
That's
Fine, I yield.
So
Clement, you could
then
have told me.
all offenses and debts are settled.
Grant is like winded and red, and Kier is just
Yeah.
looks like he has done nothing.
Certainly, yes. I misunderestimated you, sir. I apologize.
Then let us drink together. I swear it's not poison.
I'll get my own drink. Thank you very much.
And I think Grant kind of like tail tucked under, like crawls back to Clementia's like, I'm sorry, dear.
It's not the losing that's it was the challenge that was important, not the winning or losing. I swear, if you heard a hair on your head, I would have him torn apart by orphans.
But wait a minute. Let's revisit that later.
Of course.
Because I think it would count as murder if you asked them to do it.
Yeah, I guess so. And that's when, like, after the duel is when Anastasia kind of approaches Kier, like, and he like, oh, very magnificent duel, Mr. Rothwell. Can I speak to you for a moment about a private matter?
Of course, milady. And by speak to me about private matter, you mean
But yes,
speak to me about a private matter?
Yes.
You're saying this full.
We are all
around
still
everyone.
here. Please go away.
I think as we refer to somewhere private, like Kier's already starting to unbutton his pants.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, and Anastasia is playing along. I think at an opportune moment, whisper in his ear, I know you are still engaged to Miss Marzi, and if you ever wish to see me again, you will break it off with her immediately. And then bite your ear.
As usual.
If I were to break it off.
And yes, you could break it off here.
Yeah. Perhaps we have more in common than I knew. Over the years, I feel like our paths might have grown closer together than they once were.
Terrible idea.
We both seem to, let me remember real quick, wait, where you asked this? Cares little about society's opinion. Yes, we both seem to be our own people who care not for the whims of the uptight. And obviously, two free spirits. I know what you think of that, Sir Grant, and now that I've met them, they do seem a little prudish. Were I to break off this engagement, would there be opportunity to explore further down what road might encompass?
Lord, all the roads possible.
Perhaps our roads diverged so that we would know what lay down those paths, only for our roads to converge again.
And again, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, perhaps we should just remain walking down the same road together.
We'll have to take a break every once in a while, but Are you suggesting being engaged to me? I thought you would have been your own man instead of needing someone to take care of you.
I don't need someone to take care of me. I just enjoy our time together. Unlike, now that you mentioned this, has opened my eyes. And I think I was pursuing Marzi because it was the chase, and Marzi just would string me along just enough to keep me interested, but never seemed truly interested at all.
I assure you, Marzi is interested only in the sea, as many unfortunate people have discovered.
And now I realize that perhaps what kept me constantly retreating from you a bit is that well, maybe the fear that there wasn't something amiss. There wasn't something to put me off. And that, if there's nothing to put me off, then that just means we stay together, which was once a scary prospect to me, but I just ask you to think about it. I ask for no commitments right now. No,
Good,
we
good.
don't have to be engaged.
There
No,
won't
but,
be.
but
So
maybe
you
someday.
break it off with her?
Yes, I feel that is the right thing to do regardless. I will not put any requirements upon it. That wouldn't be right.
And she'll start like undoing her laces and whatever, and kind of lean back and go like, "Good, you can return to me here when you." Run along.
Very well. He hurries off, fastening everything back
Oh
up.
man, I would have thought that that would have turned Anastasia off. That's very funny. Ooh, available.
Boo.
Ew.
Mm,
Okay, now I find Marzi.
Oh, yeah. Who is probably helping the Viscount. Like, the
right.
Viscount might be coming back to consciousness now.
Yes.
And
Miss
yeah,
Marzi.
Kira walks in, the Viscount immediately is like, starts collapsing again.
I did nothing.
Marcy kind of takes your arm and moves firmly but discreetly to another chamber.
Miss Marzi, a word if you may.
Hmm.
I know that I have been holding out hopes for our engagement for a long time, hoping that your mind would change, but it's been quite some time. It appears your mind is quite made up. And I wish to respect your wishes and your feelings. But I do feel that if it's going to be broken off, then it needs to be broken off officially. So that I may heal and open my heart to the world instead of keeping it in a box locked up for the day you come back from the sea again.
And I think Marzi, who is like exhausted from caring from that like stress of sorting out the Viscount, just like lets out a sigh of relief, and but then like backtracks into, well, if you feel this is the right thing to do, I will of course support this and understand that that what we had shall be in the past, and I shall in fact set sail aboard the Diana again, and you shall set sail aboard, and then just kind of can't finish the sentence.
I can't recall if I ever told you that I once long ago was engaged to Anastasia. And
You mentioned, yes.
I think that perhaps I had hopes that my union with you would heal those wounds and put that into the past. But I see now it was unfair to you, unfair to her, and unfair to me. For I believe that I was merely scared of the true adventure of love. And I apologize for any offense I may have given you. And if you could put in a good word with Anastasia for me.
I see no issue with that, but I can't imagine Anastasia getting engaged another time.
Well, technically, we've already been engaged, so it wouldn't be another time. It would just sort of be a recontinuation of a one that was paused briefly.
Well, he just kind of takes his hand in hers and says, "I wish you fair winds."
And I wish you fair sailing, my love.
I really should go back to helping the old man.
Oh, yes, absolutely, please.
Please do not follow.
Please do not follow.
It feels like a good place to end that novel phase. Yeah, unless we have something else.
Yes.
Great. I found the how to end the game part in the book.
Oh, what?
Skip the rumor and scandal phase. Whoops.
Oh,
Skip
why
the
do they hate fun?
reputation phase. The final epistolary is the story's epilogue. Each player writes one letter from their major character set some years after the events of the final
Oh.
chapter. During the letter, the characters comment on the progression of their lives since the events of the final chapter came to the close. And that would be the end. Do you want to take a little break and then do that?
Break sounds good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Let's do 5.
Thank you, Five.
Take it.
Oh, he's
Yeah. All right, letters.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Anyone have a letter they want to write as their epilogue?
I feel like Hilda definitely writes one.
Or from the main characters?
Oh,
Yeah, I've got a letter. I'll write a
that's
letter.
character.
Dearest Uncle Viscount James, I am thrilled to hear that your health has fully recovered from the dinner incident. And even more thrilled. Actually, not that it matters, but I'm gonna spend a resolve token to make this happen. I don't know if that's necessary at this point, but I'm even more thrilled by your oh so generous gifts at mine and Anastasia's wedding. I think you always knew the man I could be, and while I am not that man, I have discovered that even the most fun and hedonistic adventures are more fun when you have an equally fun and hedonistic partner. A partner in crime, as it were, sometimes literally. Your gift of the let me think of your gift of the secret alcove ship. It's a ship name. Couldn't come up with a good name. The gift of the secret alcove was most unexpected, and I have written to my friend Miss Marcy Denny to see if they would like to be the commander of said ship. And your generous gift for our trip to the Alps for the honeymoon is still being enjoyed as I write this. I promise to try and, as ever, to do you proud, though, as ever, in my own way, and I'm sure we shall have differences, but know that you are family, and I do think of you as an example and look up to you, and I think I'm at least a fraction less embarrassing than I once was because of your influence. Sincerely, newly wedded Keir Rothwell.
I think Marzi is writing a letter to, want to say, what would make sense, Sir Grant, I think. That so best regards to Sir Grant Haywood, Pemberley, London or England. And this is like a very damaged letter that's clearly gone a long way. But it opens greetings from Sumatra. Please find enclosed drawings of the local creatures, fauna, and lichens here, done in some detail with the assistance of my dearest wife. The captain has seen to it that I have time to adjourn to my studies every day, while she handles the more combative aspects of running the Diana. But as always, we have time for each other, as you have as you have kindly exemplified to me as my mentor of yore. I only hope that my relationship is living up to that the love that I live in lives up to what you have found for yourself. Let's see, and then other bits of news. We still find no sign here of what may have happened to Daniel Warwick since the incident. Suffice to say, it must not have been university business. Small smiling face. Also have been offered a boat by Kier, ? Which implies someone gave Kier a boat, ? Please send details as forthwith to the Diana, or no, wait, to the nearest port of call, which would be, and then name of a port near near this more, if you find further information, somewhat embarrassed to ask Kier about this directly. Regardless, I trust that your grace and decency shall see you through whatever storm may toss the ships back home. As ever, your amenable student, Mrs. Marzi. Give Aubrey a last name. Mrs. Marzi Chase, of the Diana.
I think mine is not a letter, but a news article.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
About the launching of from the makers of Stokes pencils and workhouses. It's the Woodhouse Trading Company. My fortune has been converted into from workhouses to a fleet trading tea and spices with parts hereto unknown. Total with very an eye towards single source fair trade, unexploitative. After getting a talk to from Grant about my workhouses, I've turned a new leaf and now providing economic opportunities to less fortunate in other parts of the world. Win-win-win. Clement Stokes, CEO.
The Woodhouse Trading Company. It's not like the workhouses.
Grant's letter is left on a gravestone.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Mummy, so much has happened. I'm sure you're rolling over at least 5 times since I last wrote you last week. Clement and my engagement does continue, and I can hear exactly what you are saying to me. But despite our infinite fiance arrangement, I find myself happy. I have been humbled to receive an allowance from Anastasia and my new uncle here. So while Pemberley Estates is not quite what it used to be, it is sufficient. It is enough, something that I don't know that I ever sought out before. So while our name may not be the one on everyone's tongue this ball season, I and my shoulders, which as you would always mention, always up to my ears, have actually lowered a little bit.
Hmm.
I find myself even smiling sometimes. Seems we've all found our own pocket of happiness, even if it was unexpected, and even if it wasn't what was expected of us. And that will have to be enough. Please stop sending letters. I don't know how I'm still finding them. I know you always wanted the best for me. And somehow I found it, despite all of your instructions. Now I'm off to find whatever port of call is to drop in the mail for Marzi that actually she does have a boat. It's the wildest of times. You would hate it. Love you very much. Your
Alright.
son, Brent.
And that's good society. Bam.
Yay,
it.
so good, the society.
Society's so good. No wishes but stars. I'll go right to left, I guess. Start with Nick.
Yeah, stars for wrapping it up. I was like, I have no idea what I want to do. The dinner at the Viscount's house was such a great setting. I feel like sometimes the settings in the game, it was like hard to like see how they were affecting things, but this setting felt really evocative.
Hmm.
And yeah, the tone was the farce really worked for us. And yeah, glad to wrap things up. Thanks all.
Yeah. Heath.
Yeah, it was. And I think the whole thing was like fun, regardless. Even I know we've had discussions about like, well, what could be better about that system wise, but then I also feel like I pull my share as well of times when it's like, it's also on me on just not knowing it well enough and forgetting what I could do and what, but like regardless of everything, like it was still fun the whole time. And yeah, it's fun seeing all like just everybody's characters. That there was a guy felt like a good final episode. It was kind of chaos and definitely. I think we definitely leaned on farce more this time, which was silly and fun, and I think Kier mostly completed his desire. I guess his reputation is still questionable, possibly, but he didn't care. He's with someone else who didn't care. So yeah, it was always fun to sort of see how everything wrap up, and how everybody's final letters. I thought that was fun.
Sweet. Peter.
Yeah, I think my main star is for all of us creating problems for ourselves and each other.
Mhm.
Like, I think this was our best instinct for what is the worst thing anyone can do. How can we ram the go-karts into the wall or the bumper cars into the wall? Yeah, and I do like the the final letters being the last thing that kind of ties up the story.
Mhm.
Because yeah, I was not sure how to get an ending out of
Yeah.
the format either. I think that's kind of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we pulled off the ending as well as we could. I'll definitely lean into the farce. Was a good idea. I think we are all really good at finding the places to push to make things worse for everyone, ourselves included. Yeah, happy to have it wrapped up and on to the next thing. Cool. Anything else you want to say before shutting it down?
I was figuring the very last letter would be the what was his name? Humphrey Denny, Marzi's uncle, doing some sort of seance.
Yes.
And just getting the message from beyond the veil of at least he is happy. And just not having any idea who it might be and kind of throwing it out.
Nice.
This machine is not doing what it's
Cool. Anything else?
I shall have to bathe these diving rods in the moon again.
Sweet. Well, that's good society. See everybody on the internet next time. Bye.